Are you tired of juggling contacts, manually following up, and deals falling through the cracks? We can fix it so you never lose another lead, enabling 24/7 sales and support via an AI that learns your business. Ready to close more deals with less hassle? Get a free trial of our marketing automation at thebuzzcrm.com.
Hello and welcome to the Spiritual Successful Podcast. My name is Jenna and I'll be your host. So this episode, I wanted to talk about money and specifically opportunity. So I want to talk to you guys today about opportunity and what opportunities are out there right now for earning money from home, from your phone, from wherever you are. I feel like I really need to discuss this. This is so important. I could go on and on about all the spiritual stuff, but I want to talk a little bit about the successful part of what I do. And particularly now because I just had a record-breaking week in trading, a record-breaking month even, for the last 7 days. Okay, and I realize by the time you're listening to this, it won't be the last 7 days, but that's okay. So I want to share with you guys a little bit of what's happening right now. So I decided I was going to start trading Bitcoin, and I've been a trader for probably the last 9 or 10 months now, or right around the year mark. I don't remember exactly when I started trading, but I decided I'm going to get into the crypto game. So I was trading gold for a while, but gold is like so bipolar, and there's so many things you have to look into as far as there's like a lot of variables when it comes to trading gold, like inflation and politics and economics and all kinds of stuff. Bitcoin, on the other hand, is what I wanted to start focusing on because I feel like it's a little more predictable. The cycles are more predictable, and it's gaining a lot of momentum and popularity amongst governments and big companies. So I wanted to get into it as well. So with that being said, over the last 7 days, I have earned over $39,000. I am very close to hitting that $40,000 mark in 7 days. And that is just really astronomical, honestly. So I've been a network marketer for the last 20 years, and I've built my entire business around the network marketing industry. If you don't know what that is, it's also known as multi-level marketing, MLM. So I know it has a bad connotation. I don't care. It'll be fine. But I built my whole career around it, really, and it's because I thought that's what the most legitimate opportunity was outside of having a job or starting a brick and mortar business, which takes a lot of capital. It's definitely not, a guaranteed way to succeed either. You have to have a lot of capital, a lot of know-how, and I feel like it's just harder. Honestly, it's just harder to start a brick and mortar business than it is to just start a referral-based business based on products and services. So, but this is the first time I've gotten involved in trading crypto, trading currencies. I don't really do Forex that much, but I do trade gold, and now Bitcoin is like my favorite thing on earth. So I started getting into that. And so this is kind of what I want to talk to you guys today about. So first, I want to tell you a little bit about the opportunity. So we have figured out how to really marry the network marketing industry and trading together. So it's kind of crazy if you think about it, because let's just put it this way. If you made $20,000 in a month trading, and you knew that there was an opportunity for teaching somebody else how to do it, would you refer that information to somebody else? Probably so. So usually in network marketing or an MLM, it's like you have people trying to sell like protein shakes or supplements or things like that, right? That's typically what the industry is made of these days. And there's nothing wrong with that. I built my whole business around CBD, honestly. So when we launched with CBD, it just took things to the moon. I had a record-breaking income of $1 million a month in that business. And we decided during that time, I guess we'll call it the bull run of CBD, right? During that time, we're like, it's not always going to be hot, right? Like eventually this is going to be everywhere. It's going to get saturated or whatever. So we decided to diversify. Well, one of those diversifications we decided to get into was trading. And at the time, we didn't know anything about it, but we knew that one day it was going to be very important. And if we didn't, start looking into it now, we might be just completely left behind on the next big thing. So being the forward thinkers that we are, I guess we are called visionaries. I feel a little clairvoyant sometimes with things. So I decided, yeah, let's get into that. So we started a brand called Akashics, and it's part of our same company. So the same company that also has HempWorks, that company is called My Daily Choice. All right. And so it's like the parent umbrella company that has over 20 different brands, more than that now probably, but we have a whole bunch of different things going on. In fact, we do have protein shakes. So if that's what you're looking for, go look over there. We got some for you. We decided to start a brand called Akashics, named after the Akashic Records. And I made it spiritual. Of course, I had to. But we called it the Akashic Records because what is the Akashic Records? Well, it's basically the library of all the past, present, and future records of everything that's ever happened before and that's going to happen in the future. I don't know. It's some mystical thing that I thought was really, really interesting. And I also feel like that's what trading cryptocurrencies feels like as well. It's digital. It's like you're making money out of thin air. Like you're pushing buttons on your phone and ta-da, you have money. Like, anyway, so that's why we named it that. And honestly, like, it's been quite an evolution. So that's to say the least. So basically what Akashics is it's a membership-based educational platform. It costs $149 a month. And if you refer 3 people, then you don't have to pay for that anymore. Then it's free. But basically, it's a group of expert traders that study charts. They study the news. They do all the hard things, right? That all the traders in the world do. They do technical analysis and fundamental analysis and all these things to try to figure out and determine what's going to happen in the market. Now, the other thing Akashics is, besides that, is it's also an academy. So we've got an academy as well. And we also have Tap to Trade. So this is like this brand new technology we've come up with. And we're basically connecting other people's trade signals to your cell phone. So we have our traders, they're calling signals, and then you'll get a notification on your phone that says, do you want to take this trade? Hit approve. So you hit approve, and then bam, you're in the trade. And it takes right on your Trade Locker application, which is an exchange, right? It also works with MetaTrader 4 and 5, just not in the US. Those work only in international markets as of right now. So we took it a step further. We started another business. And this other business is called TradeX Mastery. So TradeX Mastery is a prop firm. And a prop firm is basically how do I explain this in an easy way? It's basically other people's money, right? So you have basically a group of investors, right, that have capital, and you're giving a challenge account. So basically what that means is you can buy a challenge account. Right now it's on sale. We usually do a sale like at least once a month. So you buy a challenge account for either $10,000. You don't pay $10,000. You pay $99,000, and you get $10,000 to trade with, and it goes all the way up to $200,000, which is pretty amazing if you think about it. Because then, if you pass your challenge, so you have to go through stage 1 and stage 2. Stage 1, you got to get 20% in profits. Stage 2, you have to get over 5% in profits. Once you do that, then you're given a live account, and then you're funded with real money. So let's say you pass stage 1 and 2, now you get $200,000 to trade with. Okay. At that level, now you're funded. We call you a funded trader, right? And so now you can pull out profits after that. And depending on which package you select when you sign up, you can either get 80% or 90%. And that's pretty amazing. So you only need to take your account 1% to 2% to make $1,000 to $2,000 every day. So I did that. I started out with that because I didn't want to risk real live money right away. Like, obviously, that's the biggest thing people say, like, oh, I can't trade. I don't have any money. How would I? What am I going to trade? You have to have capital to make capital. At least like 10 grand to kind of get started. 5 grand maybe, but that's not even that exciting, right? So we have TradeX Mastery. That's where you get capital. And then we have Akashics, and that's where you get trade signals. So we figure out how to connect them together. So now, check it out. We have an educator named Brent. He's one of my homies for life. But he calls NAS and gold trades. I think he does other currencies as well. But Nas is pretty crazy sometimes. A very like insane type of market. Apparently, I think it's based on the tech companies and, what's happening with their companies and all that. But anyway, so like Brent will call a trade, right? Let's say. And then Akashics, it goes through Akashics. So boom, the trade comes in, you hit approve on your phone. And if you've connected it to your TradeX challenge account, then bam, it's taking the trade for you on your challenge account. So literally check this out. We have people that took none of their own trades. Like, let's say you're brand new, you don't know how to trade yet. You're only going to take Brent's trades or Joel's trades or one of our educators' trades. You're going to look at their ROI first to see if they're hot and they're on a streak or whatever, right? Because it's like roulette. Not everybody's hot at the same time. Some people are definitely down and maybe you don't want to take their trades until they level out, right? So whoever you pick, it doesn't matter, but you can decide who you want to follow before you take their trade. So let's say Brent calls a trade and it gets set to your phone and it's a tap to trade. That's our technology, tap to trade. It's also trademarked. I know, great idea. So you hit approve. Now it's going to take it on your challenge account. We have literally people who have passed their challenges, got funded, took none of their own trades, and have withdrawn money. Like, that's insanity. So I started out like this as well because I didn't want to risk my own money. So I wanted to risk just the capital that's building in this prop firm. So I wanted to take money from there instead. So check it out. So I passed stage 1 and stage 2, not right away, like disclaimer. Like I failed a few challenges before I actually got funded. Like it took me some time to kind of get the swing of things. All right. So after I passed, I then had a $200,000 account. So I took profits out of there as I was building this account up, right? So I made over $20,000 doing that. And then I took that money and then I put it into a live broker account. Because a couple reasons. Because the challenge accounts do have some like stipulations, like you can't go into drawdown too far or to start closing your trades. I like to trade like a maniac. So I wanted to trade like with no rules, basically. So I took that money, I put it into a live account. Started out with $25,000. I had $5,000 from before. Now my account is at $95,000 right now. So I grew it. And in the last 7 days, I went up almost $40,000 just trading Bitcoin. Just Bitcoin. So what do we know about Bitcoin right now? Well, we know that it's on the up and up, right? We have governments adopting it. We've got like states building reserves. It's the 7th largest asset in the world right now. It literally just beat oil. It's right behind Google, and gold's still number 1, but it's like literally making its way up there. So insanity. People that are experts in this field expect Bitcoin to go up to 250,000 a coin. Right now it's hovering around the 90,000 mark, which is already like a record high, right? So I'm basically betting that it's going to keep rising. I'm going to go with the trends. I'm going to go with what the experts are saying. So when I'm trading, I'm waiting for it to dip and then I'm going in for a buy and then I'm cashing out when it hits a top like a high, right? So that's kind of like where I'm at. And so I did this and I did a few different other things as well, which I talk about in my live sessions. So I decided, you know what, I'm going to start teaching people. I started the Instagram account called Bitcoin is Bay, like, because my God, like I made so much money. Like I don't need anybody right now. Like Bitcoin is my best friend right now. So like I'm all set on that. Like that's, so I started an Instagram account. I started a Telegram channel. It's private. You have to have an Akashics membership to see it, but my Instagram is public. So Bitcoin is Bay, BAE. And I'm posting like Reels news and all this stuff about Bitcoin. So yeah, like I took this thing. I had my record day was $14,000 in one day. Like, so I'm doing a couple of different things, like how I'm trading. I'm doing a little bit of a mixture of martingale, and I'm also using the Fibonacci sequence. So I learned this a little while ago because I decided that I wanted to get into roulette for whatever random reason. And so I memorized the sequence because when you go up to a roulette table, you're not going to just bust out your piece of paper with the Fibonacci sequence on it, right? So I just memorized it, so that I knew what to do when I got to the table. So anyway, so now I'm using the same concepts, but I'm using I'm hedging my bets, right? I'm hedging my trades and taking multiple trades at once and leveraging them as they go deeper into drawdown. I'm taking bigger trades. So I did this and flipped literally 40 grand in a week. So I'm so freaking excited about it. Like I decided I need to have a whole podcast just about this because I think other people want to learn this as well, you know? And I think the days of the 401k are over. Like the 9 to 5, save up for pension drama. I don't know about that anymore. I feel very like this is old news, like old world thinking. And I think the future is literally cryptocurrency. So here's the deal. Like, how do you get started? How can you do this if you're interested and you want to learn how to make money pushing buttons on your phone as well? Like, here's the thing. I didn't recruit anybody to make money. You know, like, yes, I am recruiting people who want to know. So they're like, how do you do this? Teach me what to do. So I'm going to definitely share it when people ask. But here's basically the system. Okay. So I'm going to just kind of break the system down a little bit here. Now, I'm going to keep this super like friendly. I'm not going to throw all my links in here because I want people to be able to share this podcast with others, right? So we have a whole affiliate network and I want them to be able to share this as well. So, but I'll just put it like this. I have a link tree and I have a website. And if you find it, that's great. If you don't and you find somebody else's link, that's great too. On my link tree, I have a list of 4 YouTube videos. You could also find this on my YouTube channel as well, which is Jenna's Waggle, or actually that's my Instagram. Sorry. It's at official Jenna Z is my YouTube. So I have 4 videos and the 4 videos basically breaks down what is Akashics and how to connect my accounts, how to get started, how to get funded, and also how to withdraw money. So like I broke it down into 4 YouTube videos. So go check those out. That's like step 1. Step 2 would be to purchase a trading challenge. So now when you become an Akashics member for the first time, we actually give you $10,000 to trade with for free. So, but I always say get another one. Just buy another one because you're going to need more than one. Like honestly, it took me a few of them. I failed several challenges, but I always thought like to myself, but if I make it work, like it will pay for all of my losses. Like it'll pay for everything. Like if I invest, $99 for the challenge account and I lose, that sucks. Okay, but I'm going to keep going because I know if I get $10,000 and then I withdraw profits, I'm going to be ahead. So I did that. But I also picked the $200,000 level because I'm not interested in making a little bit of money. I want to make a lot of money, right? So I picked the 200K. So here's the step-by-step process. First, you have to have an Akashics membership. You can go to CannabisRadio.com / find an affiliate, right? And put their username in there. But you have to be an Akashics member. That's number 1. To get access to my private trading group, which is on Telegram, you have to be an active Akashics member as well. I highly recommend getting the annual membership because then you're going to invest in yourself for a year. Like trading's not something you figure out in 3 days. Like it takes a while. Like I already said, I already have been doing this for almost a year now. So you're going to want to definitely invest at least a year into yourself, mastering the skill set that's required to turn your phone into an ATM machine. But 1 year is nothing. People invest 40 and 50 years in a career to get a pension that then gets inflated and doesn't actually keep them afloat. And then they end up having to go work in their 70s and 80s. Hell not. Like, if that's not for you, it's definitely not for me. No, I'm going to invest 1 year of my life to figuring this out. So I highly encourage you guys, put a year into this, figure this out. You will figure it out, especially if you follow along our educators, you follow along what I'm doing, you're going to learn so many things, right? So anyway, so kind of like where I'm at with it. You have to have an Akashics membership. You have to have a challenge account, which you're going to get if you're an Akashics member anyway. And then you're going to get access to the Telegram channels where all of the information exists. So that's exciting because that is where you're going to get the community. We have a whole Akashics community. And this is where you can talk to the educators directly if you have questions. If you're a newbie, we have a start here channel that's just like basically step-by-step what to do. We also have different channels for different types of coins. So we have a Bitcoin channel. We have crypto just for all the other weird coins out there. Meme coins are going viral. We also have just one for gold and things like that. So it's good to be in the community. The community is AkashicsCommunity.com. We do not put signals in there. So if you're just outsider looking in, that's fine. You can join us and pretend you're in, but you're not going to get any of the good stuff until you're a paid member. So that's why you need your membership. That's a separate thing that happens when you get the Akashics app. That's where the signals are going to be going. So you're going to get all the signals through our app, and you can download that in the App Store or in the Google Play Store if you're on Android, and it works for both. And then after that, you get all your accounts set up. Like I said, there's video tutorials on how you're going to get all that set up. And then you're in business. Then you're going to start trading, and then you're going to create literally an ATM machine on your phone. Now, I bet like a maniac. Like I said, I say bet because it literally just feels like I'm gambling. Like, it's nuts. When you place your trades, you're going to place very conservative, in the beginning until you kind of get the swing of things, so you get the hang of things. And then after that, you're literally printing money. You're printing money, and you didn't have to recruit your friends and family. You didn't have to do any of that. However, if you withdraw your first $5,000, I'm telling you, you will not shut up about it. You're going to want to tell everybody. So, that's so exciting though, because now let's say you do tell your friends and family and you sign them up under Akashics as well. Well, if you refer 3 people, you don't have to pay for your monthly membership anymore. If you're on monthly, if you're on an annual, you sign up 3 people on annual, you're good. You're free now too. But here's the deal. Like, you're going to want to tell people, because why would you want to keep all this information to yourself? Like, if you had an ATM in your cell phone, would you want to tell people about it? Like, I don't know. I want to tell people about it. I feel very excited about this. And that's why I'm putting a whole podcast together just for it. Because if you're struggling, you have to know there's another way. Like, you have to know that you can make a whole bunch of money, and that people are doing this already. What do you think your bank is doing with your money? You put your money in the bank, they're out here trading. It's like, the average person needs to learn how to trade. It's just a skill set we all need to learn, period. And we need to be teaching our kids this stuff too. And I feel kind of crazy about my college funds I set aside for my children, and one of them is an adult now, not going to college, and it's like I can't even take the money out or I'm gonna get penalized. I should have just bought his ass a Bitcoin, honestly, back in the day. So here we are. You guys, times are changing. You don't have to work hard to make money. You just have to think right. You don't have to work hard to make money. You have to think right. You have to have correct thinking. If you're thinking correctly and you can apply your personal development and your self-taught lessons into your trading, you're going to crush it. Like, for instance, I feel like I'm always thinking about Wallace D. Waddle's The Science of Getting Rich when I'm trading, because sometimes my account goes into the red. Sometimes it goes into drawdown. And during those times, I'm like, okay, I see what the appearance of things are right now, but I'm holding true to my vision, and my vision is green. My vision is I'm going to cash out and profit. My vision is that if I hold my faith long enough, I'm going to succeed. I'm going to hit it. I'm going to get there. And of course, I'd be lying if I said it worked like that every single time. Sometimes, the market just acts absolutely bananas, and then that's just the way things are going, and you have to cut your losses, right? And that's part of the growth, that comes with trading as well. But honestly, dang, I feel so strongly that everybody on planet Earth has to learn this stuff, because you don't want to have to work harder to make more money, because you're never going to outrun inflation. You're never going to outrun the things in life that you want. If you want to go buy a new house or a new car or a new whatever, or you want to just store some cash aside for your children for when you pass, or whatever is your goal, you can achieve that through trading. You can achieve that also through network marketing. And when they're together, you can make residual income on the people that you are referring to this way of life. That to me is so special. It's not even funny. So I made $40,000 in the last 7 days, but I've made more than that in my network marketing business. So that's but one of them, I did not recruit nobody. So if you're I'm not a salesperson, well, that's fine. You don't have to be in sales. You can make all the money for yourself and not tell anybody if you really want to, so there's that. But honestly, I don't think this has ever been done before. I don't think we've ever had a product like this that makes money for people in the history of network marketing products. Usually it's a shake you have to buy, and you have to be on auto ship for the rest of your life. This has never been done. This is new. This is very, very exciting. And I already can see the future for this. The future of this, of Akashics and TradeX Mastery and Bitcoin, oh my God, all together, it's like the next 12 months are going to be absolutely insanity. And we're going to have a lot of regular ass people becoming millionaires. And that is really exciting for me. So I'm very fired up about this. And I hope that you guys at least take a look, like don't limit yourself. If you're limiting yourself, listen to my last podcast, right? Because don't be the flea that's stuck in the jar with no lid on it that thinks that there's a lid. Like, don't limit yourself. That's being egotistical too. Egotistical is not just being too big for your britches. Being egotistical is also being too small for what you're capable of being. Don't talk yourself out of it. Give it a shot. Give yourself a year. Like, invest in yourself for a year. A year membership costs just under $1,500, $14.99. Spend that money on yourself. Like, find a way, do it. But $149 a month if you can't do the full year. But stick with it. Get serious. Get on the live sessions. Like, these educators go live. I went live today even. Get on the live sessions and come learn with us and learn what to do. We'll teach you step by step along the way. And then you have a skill for life. You have a skill that you can take with you wherever you go. You can be literally on the beaches of Bali and just chilling and making money. Like, you guys, from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. this morning, I made $8,000 for 2 hours. And it wasn't a lot of work. It was just my predictions of what I think is going to happen in the market, and it came true. So, like, if you want to get in on this, like, you need to do it now and take it very seriously. I am so ready to help you. And if you need the help, like, find me on Telegram, Jenna Zweigel. I'll be on Telegram. You guys can personally message me as well, and I'm happy to help assist along the way. I hope you guys get some value out of this. And also, maybe if nothing else, to open your mind to know that there is a lot easier ways of making money. Is there work involved? Yes. Is there emotional aspects involved? Yes, there is, actually, because it's like psychological warfare when you're first getting started in trading, because you're like, do I close my trade? Do I not close my trade? What should I do? Oh my God, what's happening? Should I, it's in drawdown. Do I stay? Do I hold? Do I what? There's so many things to learn in the beginning, but once you get your feet wet, once you take your first trade and you see you make $100, you're going to be like, holy crap, I just made $100 from pushing the button on my phone in minutes. My highest trade, I think, to this day, honestly, is over $6,000 in one trade. So the sky's the limit. We only limit ourselves. I hope you guys get in, get started. And if nothing else, just come back to the podcast and hear about what happens next. But thank you guys for hopping on. I'll see you on the next video.
Are you tired of juggling contacts, manually following up, and deals falling through the cracks? We can fix it so you never lose another lead, enabling 24/7 sales and support via an AI that learns your business. Ready to close more deals with less hassle? Get a free trial of our marketing automation at thebuzzcrm.com.